Hello dear listener, and welcome to Zealand. The world in which we are playing in will go to some dark places. The content of this series will therefore be violent and dark in nature, so if you find yourself easily offended or are rather squeamish, please do look away.
Kia ora guys, gals and legionnaires. Rycon here and welcome back to Zealand. This is part 3 of chapter 4, Blood in the Water. In the previous episode we had a send-off to 3 people who lived and died on this island. And now we find ourselves a few days later after that event. Once the funeral had finished, work began. Work necessary to survive. The collection of wood, the organization of food, the preparation of food as well. There was a lot of fish on the second chance that was, well, cooked up, some of it preserved. Jonah helping in that process as well, teaching some of you how to smoke fish so that it might last longer should you need to. Exactly. Always super needed. During that time, Skulk continues to work on his
in the kitchen
little project, his little side project.
Would they come and try and smoke the fish down in the kitchen with me, or would
No, they'd be doing that by the fires back at the bunkhouse. Independently of what all of you are doing as well, there is a bit of a renovation going on at the bunkhouses as well. The front door that got smashed in, the window to your bunkhouse 2, that has been boarded up, as have many of the other windows. What available wood has been found that's been used to repair has been used to cover many of the bunkhouse windows, making them a little bit more secure. Kevin, it seems, is trying to do as much as he can to make his people feel safe after losing 2 of their own. They haven't really lost many people since they've been together once they started sailing together. There was the land that was the enemy, and as soon as they came back to land, they started losing people again. So he's been trying to do all he can to improve that. But between yourselves, you have been working on your own projects. During the day, some of you choosing to fish, not alone, but with someone else, trying to see if you can catch anything. And on this island, the fishing isn't anywhere near as good as it was back in Great Barrier. Occasionally you do catch one fish, but there is a decent duration in between them.
Goat Island.
Sorry, Goat Island. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. It hasn't been as good as it was there. Occasionally you do catch one. There doesn't seem to be as many. During this time as well, you do have a chance, all of you, to catch up and share information. Information that you've experienced and learned over the last few days, things like the tone, pretty much everything that's happened so far. And you've had discussions about certain things, but for the most part, haven't made any concrete decisions on the future as of yet, other than the fact that you don't feel comfortable here. You feel as though there is a chance that your past might catch up with you. The tattoos definitely seem to be something in the back of your mind. Not so much a problem for you, Skulk. For you, for now, it is your arm project that is, well, it's keeping you focused. It's giving you some kind of direction. And no one really knows what you're doing other than, of course, Jake. And Jake probably either decided to share that or keep that to yourself. That's up for you to decide.
I'll probably keep that to myself.
Yeah,
That's a bit weird.
Well, we would ask you eventually, like, hey,
or
what
if
the fuck is
anyone else
Skulk on the
does,
boat?
yeah, or if anyone else does just come to the boat and then sees me carving away at my own bones.
But I'm sure you're not on the back of the boat, so don't go out this right in the open. Everyone
but
will
like-
see it.
Jake,
Honest, no, I would be. If it's
What's Skulk doing on the boat?
I
He's
would
been on
be
there for
out on the
days.
back of the dig. If
Having been a long
they're
time.
simmered, yeah, I'm not going to stay there. No, I'll be out there with a few bottle of whiskies, sitting there, like just scraping the fish
So you would be out there. Okay.
on the back of the boat, yeah.
From a distance, it would be very difficult for anyone to determine what you're doing other than just doing a little bit of woodworking. But the thing is, most people have seen Skulk doing something on there. Most of you have seen Skulk doing something because you've spent a lot of time cleaning up the second chance as well. There was a lot of blood on that boat. And a lot of that has been cleaned off, getting seawater to help kind of just like clean off and scrub the deck to get as much of it out as possible. And then after that, using what cleaning products are here, opening up the poison shed to go and get supplies from there, to try and clean, to try and sanitize this thing as best as possible. But it doesn't matter how much you scrub away, the memories of this place do not leave. Especially for you, Nick. I mean, Scott, it's definitely a part, but yeah, you saw a lot of things in gruesome detail. You did take your friend's arm off. And in addition to this, the corpses of these zombie dolphins, the 2 that were on there and the 2 that were on the shore, are dragged to join the other 3 infected. A great pit is dug, which takes time and effort, but the others do pitch in and help in this process, and those bodies are burnt. There isn't much wood collected for that. There is just accelerants used to help the process, to encourage them to turn to nothing more than ash. And they do. In the end, in this pit, there are just skeletal remains, charred bones down the bottom of this thing. And it's a gruesome sight. The site that was chosen for that was a little bit further away in this open area here, dug out towards the end. And it's not a pleasant sight, but the bodies have been disposed of. Everyone seems to be settling into a little bit of a routine at this stage. Some of the other island members have started to try and do what they can to prepare the earth to be used for farming. Now, no one here has seeds with them, but nevertheless, they live in hope that maybe they'll be able to get them someday, or maybe they'll be able to hold on to some form of food that has seeds in. But nevertheless, they to keep themselves busy, they start to try and prepare a smaller garden outside of the bunkhouses. And in this area, actually in between, just adjacent to the bunkhouses, they've started tilling the soil, using just spades and other implements that are around here. There aren't farming tools on this island, so everyone's just using what they have available to them.
Cool. This is the next day, right?
This is over 3 days.
Okay, well, but I want to do something over the 3 days.
And what is that thing?
Does Charles come out and help with stuff?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. So the first day,
Mm-hmm.
I go in and I find him.
Yeah.
He's in the bed.
He's in the bed.
Surrounded by wine bottles.
Mm-hmm.
They're the same wine bottles, though. Like, they're not renewing.
Are they the same, or has he been drinking more wine?
More wine.
Okay. See.
More
Okay.
wine.
Where does he find all the wine?
Yeah. Where the fuck is he finding this wine?
He planted them.
Everyone has bags here.
He's got a wine tree.
Is his bag in here?
You don't know what bag is his.
Oh my god, don't I never do it.
No, we're not around.
I give, there's a bunch of bags in this room, though. Yeah.
There are many bags in this room.
Is there one that's close to him?
Yeah.
I give it a push. Does it sound like glass against glass?
There's a little jingle, yeah.
Okay. I open it up.
Mm-hmm.
Zombies.
Wine bottles.
Wine bottles.
I pick that bag up
Mm-hmm.
and I take it outside.
Okay.
And is there any space under the houses?
The bunkhouses,
Yeah.
not necessarily. They're elevated off the ground, but the bottoms of them are covered with wood. You can actually see a tiny bit into them, just for a slit, but you can't see anything there particular.
Okay. The generator shed.
It is essentially empty. Opening the door to that, though, you do see the bloodstains of man
yeah.
who was once held in here.
Okay.
As
I see
remains.
that. I say, yuck, and I look for somewhere in here I could hide the bag. Just.
It's completely empty.
There's nothing in
the
here.
only thing
No,
that's in
shelves
the
or
only thing
anything?
that's in here is the actual battery unit that is used for the solar system.
I leave the bag in here.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you have found his wine. You've had a similar kind of interaction with him each day to what you had the first time you attempted this with him, where you don't seem to get too much out of him. He doesn't give much back, other than just, saying, what are you going to do about it? And so you wake him up today, slapping. Good morning.
We can't keep doing this, Charles.
We can. I have patience.
Well, maybe. But you know what you don't have now?
What don't I have?
You know, I'll let you find out, Charles.
I
Have a
like
good
the
day.
sounds of that very much.
And I
Do. He just roll back over. You leave?
No, I just leave.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'd say by the time the 3 days is up, that you are looking good in terms of your well, I mean, you're
Has it
always
grown
looking
back?
good. No, your process, the process of cleaning things up is done by this point. You've done what you've needed to essentially scrape any kind of biological matter off it, right? Because you just don't want it to degrade. And from that point on, you can do whatever you want with that.
Please do that.
Feel a bit more alive now, having eaten multiple meals and getting the blood returning. All that.
Oh, much better. Yeah, you're feeling much more yourself.
And
As-
constantly on a buzz, man.
Yeah. Actually, you're feeling more like, I don't know, like 85% of yourself, but yeah.
By weight.
Yeah, thereabouts. Yeah. Okay, and so you reach the morning of this third day, and Chloe has this encounter.
I go.
Some of you see Chloe emerging from this.
Have we seen that at all? Has
Seen-
any of us witnessed?
Everyone hears it. Like
Say that.
everyone whispers about it. The others whisper about Charles and about Chloe, but no one's really done anything about it. No one's tried to intervene or.
Yeah, most people don't deal with bodies, do they?
And Jen stayed
Sorry, you said
separate.
God, that took a lot.
And Jen is staying separate from him for the most part. No one really seems to be interacting with him at all. I mean, people do bring him food and leave it there, and he does seem to eat it. But beyond that, there isn't any other interaction with him.
Besides the bullying.
During this time, Jonah has taken one of the boats out, one of the slightly smaller sailboats, with the intention to do a full circumnavigation of the island, which
Not by himself. Right?
hasn't been done yet. No, not by himself. No, he takes out Kevin with him, and perhaps even Frank. And they're gone for the majority of the day, but they return early, and pulling up anchor, they make their way back towards the bunkhouse, where you've just had your encounter, where everyone else is still kind of milling around, getting ready for the day to begin. You've finished your arm production.
I'll be off to the tool shed.
Tool shed? Okay. Working in the tool shed? Okay.
No, just getting some tools.
Oh, getting some tools. Okay. So essentially you're wanting to live on the boat at the moment,
Okay.
correct? Okay, right. So
I'll be
yeah.
boatman.
you'll be boatman for a while. The second chance has been cleaned as much as it can. There is still stains to the deck that you don't think you'll ever be able to get out of. But beyond that, it's as clean as it possibly can be. And these three return from here back towards the bunkhouses, and upon seeing actually, who are they going to see first? We'll see, actually, depending on where you are, Jake. What's your morning routine at this stage?
Eat.
Eat, sleep, fish.
Well, obviously, depends what's happening with the meth. That's obviously a major priority. And
It has.
yeah.
Meant to mention, in those 3 days, she has been taken. Lulu has been taken out there.
Have to on the sheds.
Jonah, word wasn't coming to me. Jonah has managed to fix the winch
Nice.
by trying to reconnect the wires,
Now,
just twisting
Did
them
he
together.
see? Can he roll intuition to see how the damage was caused?
I mean, it looks like the wires are snapped. Whether it's through stress. He's essentially, to give you out of character knowledge, he hasn't
Stop stirring shit.
he hasn't read into the damage of this thing in
I mean,
any
it was
way.
sitting there.
Yeah.
Easily pull out, or
Okay.
easily someone could have.
And
Stop stirring
s-
shit.
It's 50, you know.
in saying that though, because I know none of you have had any inclination to go down at all. Within those 3 days, no one's gone down there, right? This has all been their production, their thing. Nick?
We've got the winch going.
No, I haven't gone down.
I would have gone down. I forgot that
Oh,
going.
unless they needed a hand
Wait.
taking something down, I wouldn't have bothered.
You're gonna go down.
We gotta get the barrels down there, don't we? So
They
we
can
gotta.
do that.
Eventually.
Yes, we've got more enough strong, fit men.
No, I would definitely want to go down and check it out. Now that I don't have to fucking climb down.
Okay. All right. That is something that will more than likely have been set up to happen on this day.
Okay.
Up until now, it's just been getting everything working, back like getting the winch fixed and everything like that.
Yeah.
A key has been found for the bike, and a trailer has been found as well, all in the poison shed, along with a number of other pieces of equipment as well that are vital in the production of this. Essentially, it was all further back in the poison shed. The poison shed was never fully searched, and it was incredibly dark when you went there in the first place. The majority of you were looking for infected people, not equipment.
Yeah.
And it was a very quick search that happened in there. You found some of the filters, the filter masks and everything else. And once you'd found that, everyone just backed out and the thing was locked. So no one ever really got a proper look around in there, but the equipment necessary to essentially keep this production rolling is inside there. And that's where it has been kept rolling. I know, because rolling drums. Yeah. Yeah. And so essentially that the idea that production is starting to get put in place. So returning from their scouting mission, like you said, you've just been doing fishing and stuff like that. Some of you are probably still early in the day, staying around the bunkhouses, and these three explorers do come back, pulling aside you as they're the first person they would see immediately.
Cool.
Seeing you off in the distance as well, and Kevin would kind of like motion you over.
I go over.
So it's us two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unless Scott, you're
I'm just
living on the island now, right?
Yeah, if I'm not out fishing, I'm assisting other people with like moving stuff. And
Okay.
Just helping.
It's still early in the day, so you probably would be around as well. Like maybe even you and Jake on the deck in the morning discussing life.
Life, eh?
Sure. Whoa, what a thing. Okay, calling you
I'm
over.
just doing general busy work. Anything that keeps me
Awake.
not thinking.
Okay, well, actually, for the most part, the majority of you would probably still be around, apart from Tooley McToolison.
I guess the only part would be someone going to take some food and stuff over.
I've got food on.
Oh, there.
That's the thing, like you didn't take all the food, remember?
No, you didn't. Oh, you're stealing our food? You went there when we got that food, okay? You stealing. I'm sorry.
Calling you over, Kevin does kind of mention, like, call you over, and Jonah.
We found something. On the other side. Far side, Great Barrier side of the island. Found that ship.
What?
The one that was taken.
The
Yeah, the one your mate took.
Was he on there?
No. Kevin went and had a look. Ship was bad. Up on the rocks, and there wasn't anyone on there. I looked, I really did, in and around as well, but that side of the island, over that side, is just sheer cliff. That thing was smashed up against it. I think it's been there for a little bit.
Are you sure it's the boat he took?
I'm damn sure. It's definitely one of ours.
What was in the boat?
Not much. A lot of water. It wasn't under, but part of the hull had been breached. So I don't know what to tell you, but
At least we know, I guess. There's
No,
no way he could have got on the island.
it was just sheer cliff. So I'm sorry. I don't see how. Yeah. Could he sail?
Yeah, I think so.
Not any sort of refreshment out of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry then. Don't know what else to tell you. Maybe
Were
some
there
kind
like bags on the ship?
of... There's nothing on there.
No.
No. I mean, there were some of the things that we'd left on there before. We brought back what we could. Most of it was pretty waterlogged though, so not very useful, but... Hey, I'm going with clogged. It's my thing. I like clogs. I cannot lie.
Well, maybe he got on another ship or something,
Maybe.
and he left that one.
It was bad that night though.
It was.
It was the storm. I just... look, we don't want to hold anything back from you, so you should... We wanted you to know.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if we're going to the hole, we should leave soon. Alright?
Okay.
Okay. Alright. What are everyone else's intentions today?
Just go to the hole, check it out. I mean, I can't really help there.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to look at it and see the place, and then it's I guess go fishing, and then once it's probably afternoon, have some lunch, chop some firewood.
Yeah, whenever there's a fishing expedition or anything like that, I'll go there. But otherwise, I'm just like communing with the people, helping out where I can, and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, some of them would be fishing during the day, not too far from home as well, just along the beach. So you'd be wanting to go with the kind of fishing team. Chloe, what about you? I'll let you think about that. Skulk.
Take my backpack to the tool shed, grab like a full toolbox in there.
All right.
Specifically looking for a lot of clamps
Okay.
and drill.
Okay.
Like a hand drill, or if they still have some powered drills or some batteries or something. In there.
There are older tools in there. There isn't much in the way of like the powered tool variety. There are some older sets in there as well. They seem to be very old.
Yeah, if they got power.
Yeah.
And I want as thin as drill bits they've got on there.
Okay.
And is there any fishing line in here? Or does,
It's turning it into a
No,
necklace.
there isn't. There's no fishing line,
yeah, I'll
but
grab some back on the second chance. There's fishing line there.
okay.
Right, then I'll go back and start playing around with my bones.
Okay.
Mine, I can do
So you're making yourself
upper hand.
so you're making yourself some jewelry during the day, some adornments to have. Okay. All right.
Gonna give it to a special lady.
Nick,
If you want my bones.
My focus will be on the lab.
on the lab. So you're more than likely going to be
Yeah.
going along with Jake.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
fantastic.
If he goes off and does woodwork stuff, then I
No,
would
he's-
still
He's going to the hole.
like he's doing that. But then he said if that was all done, he'd go off and do woodworking stuff or wood cutting. I would do basically anything I could to get the lab up and running, because the
Okay.
idea of that happening
Okay.
or that being a burden terrifies me.
All right, Chloe.
I think I just spend the day as I usually would be, but I'm just in a foul
Bullying
mood
Charles.
the whole day.
Okay. All right. Okay, so as this happens, the quad bike is loaded up with the trailer. They're not bringing anything up there at this stage. This is more a test to see if everything is going to work, if they're going to be able to operate this thing, taking it the whole way up.
Yeah.
Essentially trying to reverse engineer the process that they were using to do it.
We plugged. Brian plugged the battery back into the big cable, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So there will be power
Yeah.
going back out there as well. Okay. So with that, it's going to be Kevin, Jonah. Lulu isn't with you all currently, but you're going with Nick. Correct, Jake? Okay. So all of you make your way.
And could I, sorry, like, because the thing is, I said with the fishing team and stuff like that,
Mhm.
could we take some of the younger people, like,
Oh,
just to kind of get them involved and like,
Yep, sure. Okay. Yep, definitely.
Outreach program.
Use them as bait. you know.
Yep, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
just to kind
Okay.
of, so they'd like, you know, kind of give them the line and like,
Yep.
you know, I can cast it and give it to them, just like to
Sure. Totally. Okay, 100%.
lighten their mood a little bit, like, you know, make them feel.
Great idea. Great idea. Yeah, and the parents are definitely on board with it as well, and they're all in agreement with you. Uncle Triton. Okay, so The quad bike works relatively well. It takes a little bit for it to get started. Jonah had to essentially reattach the pieces that he disabled to disable this thing in the first place. And you end up taking that back up along the track as far as you can, right up until the point where the other pathway starts. At that point, that's when he shuts down the quad bike. Some of you would have been following on foot behind as well, but the trailer makes it up there perfectly fine. And beneath you, you can see this track going the whole way down. And as far as they're able to work it out and you're able to work it out as well, it seems that the barrels were being brought up to this point here, and then they were being taken from this point and brought down to the bottom. It would be a team effort to be able to do it. It's not something a one man could do. You could, but you'd be risking the barrel essentially running away from you. But this is also how the area has been flattened down and worn down. It seems like they've been doing this for a while. And so following that path back down towards the hole, you find yourself in a familiar place where you spent a day and a bit waiting around the top of it. The winch has been repaired and it has been brought down to the side of the hole itself. Nick, I know Jake wants to go in. What about you?
Oh yes, if we're going in, yeah.
Okay, all right. Jonah also still has the rope here as well, and that's also dangling down into it. Now the winch itself is a bit. It's essentially what they end up explaining to you is that, and I'm using my own voice to explain it because it's simpler to explain it that way. Is that the winch is much easier for getting people up and out of there, not so much going down. So the easiest way to get down still is using the rope.
Using the climb.
Using the rope, using the climbing down.
Terrible.
Look, mate.
No, we got the climb now. No, we're going down.
Yeah, if you're uncomfortable, we can attach the winch to you as well as a safety.
Mm-hmm.
You can ease your way down. Use the rope to guide you.
Yep.
Unpowered, the winch still has a bit of, a little bit. It'll make you feel better.
This 100-year-old man does it with one hand behind his back, and you need a safety harness.
Sorry?
It's silly.
It's the safety.
It's silly.
Safety
No,
first.
safety.
In the apocalypse, safety first.
This 200-year-old
So,
man.
with
Can be as
before he
silly
gets
as
100
wants
years
to be.
older each time. Okay, so with that, he does attach it to like do you have your pack with you today, or no? Because if not, he'll be attaching it to your belt.
Imagine if the winch was so.
Yeah.
Imagine if the winch was so heavy it made it.
Harder.
Yeah, harder for you to climb down.
Well, even if it did, if I fell, as long as it wasn't to the ground level.
No, it wouldn't. It would slow your fall. It would slow your fall. Okay, except the thing is, like with the winch, it's meant to take something that is heavier than you. So yeah,
Pretty heavy.
yeah, you are. Okay, so with that, you end up working your way down the rope, and with the winch attached to you, you make it down to the bottom, and looking up, it does seem a lot higher from the bottom than it does from the top.
No athletics check?
Nope, he's got a rope and he's got a winch attached to him. It's a simple action.
That's why he put the bow, so you don't have to risk anything going down.
You do feel a lot safer with that on you as well. And when you do get down to the bottom, you see the remains of these two infected people that had these chains wrapped around their neck. The chains that were attached to the either side of this damp cavern wall. The light is just beaming down from the top, and you can see a light coming from further on as it leads down a darkened kind of tunnel.
Wait till someone else gets down.
Okay, Nick is the next one to get attached and brought
I
down.
will accept the safety harness
Okay.
of the winch.
The winch does get brought back up, so Jonah goes, yeah, Kevin, and Kevin flicks it and it flips itself back up at high speed
Catches it.
and calls him to stop it once it gets to the top, gets attached to you, Nick. Belt
We
buckle as
surprised
well,
it
I'm
doesn't
assuming.
break after that.
Yeah, a little bit. It seems to be a lot more sturdy.
very
No. And you get down to the bottom as well without too much fanfare. Then obviously Jonah is the next one to follow you down. Kevin choosing to stay at the top so we can actually operate the winch and get y'all out of there. Okay, and so with that, Jonah does take out the torch and starts guiding you down this kind of somewhat like it's somewhat narrow, this corridor of sorts. It's cavernous, and it's leading you towards a door. Around it is what looks to be like very crudely made, and there is poured concrete in here that is actually making this this doorway and the door that's attached to it. But as you approach, the door does open, and the light that's filtering out from beneath the door, and you can see Lulu is standing in a lit up space. Upon entering it, you can see that it is a small, almost a small room that has been made with, like I said before, with poured concrete that seems to have been used to kind of shape the space into something a little bit more secure and structured. But there is like a dimness to it still. Your eyes haven't been able to fully adjust to the light in here yet, but you can see a small living space in here within this cavern, a space that you imagine that this man lived in for a fair amount of time. There is a bed in the corner that was partially taken apart originally when you were trying to figure out how you were going to get him out of here. There is a small kind of kitchen space, and there is a larger area which you assume is used for the actual production of these chemicals. By the front entrance itself, you can't see it immediately, but it was also where part of the light was spilling out of. There is a small spinning fan that seems to be ventilating air from here, pushing air in and further out and down back towards the entrance of the hole. In here, there are a number of containers, a number of lockers, which seem to contain things similar to what was up in the poison shed. You've got suits, you've got masks, you've got a number of different types of equipment. A lot of the stuff you don't know what it's specifically used for, but there seems to be a fair amount of it down here. But the sense that you get from this place is that it's something that is quite well lived in. In the corner of this room, there is what you assume to be a lavatory, or what was used as one. The conditions of this place aren't homely. This isn't somewhere you would want to be for a long time. This feels very much like a prison cell. Everything is in one space and it's crudely constructed. The only things that don't seem to be crude are the actual pieces of equipment themselves here, which you can assume are used for the production of methamphetamine.
I talked to Lulu, and how's it going? Are we on? Can we do this?
It might be possible. There is no way for me to determine if it is viable. I have never done this before. But like I said, I will try.
That's all we can ask.
I will do what I can.
How can we help?
Take me out of this shithole as much as you can. But I will do what is needed for now. We all must do our part. I will do mine.
Thank you. I'm assuming people have been bringing their food and stuff out.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Eating or drinking anything in 3 days.
Yeah.
What kind of supply of food was there?
In here, so the crates that you had originally, there are other crates like it that are stacked up. There aren't too many of them, but there, like I said, there is like a small kind of kitchenette, you guess you could describe it as, but it's all very, very basic. Like, this is the inside of a cave that has been in parts covered with concrete that has been made to be semi-livable. But it's still very much, it feels like you're inside a cave that doesn't look exactly like a cave because of the concrete that's kind of covering the sides, but it's still
poorly formed bunker.
Yeah, it's still not great. And towards one of the walls, you can see that there are a number of those barrels that were on the surface. There are only one or two of them that seem to actually be completely empty. Many of them still seem to have something inside of them.
Okay. Do we, talking to Lulu too, do we need to bring another barrel up here?
There is enough to be sufficient for now. We don't need to worry.
Alright. If there's anything we can do to help make this work, just let us know.
There will be no way for me to know if this has worked until we hear back.
Until we try.
So, I will make what I can and we will go from there.
Alright. Cool. Cool.
Cool. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
It's a shitty situation. It's
Yeah. I mean, this is
it's not great.
It's the best we got.
I mean, in terms of other things that are down here that might be of interest to you, there's a lot of stuff that is in Cyrillic, a lot of books that you can't read. There do seem to be like a large number of books down here. Some of them just kind of stacked up next to the actual bed itself. The bulb that's in here, it's just like a very like all the cabling, everything is all visible. Like this, it's all very, very crude.
Yeah.
In how it's been done, but it's an underground drug lab.
Yeah.
As much as you can imagine that. Don't know how much experience both of you have had with underground drug labs, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Actually,
We live in New
that
Zealand.
cave on, yeah, it's
Of course.
a classic New Zealand thing.
Yeah. Okay. And that's all that you can essentially find that could be of interest to you in here at this stage.
All right. What's Jonah doing?
He's just standing by the door at this point. He hasn't actually entered the space.
Oh, right. 'Cause that's where he killed someone. All right. Well, if we can't help you, we'll leave you to it.
Very well. I will begin.
Can we get a montage?
No, but as you are standing there getting ready to leave, you do see her trying to put on what's very larger equipment, very large boots, and like a very large clean suit that's in there. And you can see that she does have like a number of these books open on the actual workspace itself, and she is going through them. You can already see that there were a few things that were kind of boiling before you came in here, but yeah, she essentially starts getting to it, turning on the extractor fan and everything else in there that's necessary to start production, so to speak.
If we can't help her, then best to get out of the way. Other stuff to do.
Yep. Just going to do busy work.
Once we get up, though, I do want to talk to everyone.
Okay. Ooh.
Everyone being who?
Oh, just us four that'll be.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
The winch
basically,
the winch
as soon as
isn't.
we're away from the others,
Yeah, the winch is
I'll
an
be telling Jake
interesting.
that we're fucked. Sorry.
The winch is an interesting experience for you. It takes you up pretty quickly, and the communication has to be good as to when to stop the winch and just pull you up the rest of the way. But it is attached onto the back of you, and it pulls you up at a fair speed. Nowhere near as fast as it goes without anything on there, but it pulls you up pretty quick, a little quicker than you'd like. And you probably could if you wanted to grip onto each other, but they do you first, and you do go up fast, but grabbing onto the rope, you're able to pull yourself up the rest of the way, just over the lip, essentially. And so the way that they do it is Jonah stands on the side, watches you coming up, calls to Kevin the second that you're near the top, calls it off, Kevin flicks it off, bam. And without too much fanfare, you're both able to get back up to the surface. Yay, technology.
Oh, is that all three of us?
All three of you, Jonah as well.
Yeah, eventually
Jonah's,
we're up.
yeah.
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 Even if she's able to make it, and it works, I mean, I don't know how much, if they're expecting that much again, and if she's able to make that much, because she's still figuring this out. So she won't be able to do it as efficiently as this other guy could. I think we're going to have to supplement this shipment with something else.
Like what?
Capturing them.
No. If we can do a run to a pharmacy, get some decent painkillers, antibiotics, other stuff to supplement this shipment.
That could work, maybe.
We don't give it to them at first. Give them what we make. If it's not enough, we can bring out a bit more. Because if you guys want to stay here, you're going to have to keep those people happy.
Yeah.
We can't stay here. We got these tattoos.
Look,
Have you told them what this is going to be used for?
The drugs. They're used for
Yeah.
drugs.
We saw what they were used for.
Not anymore. That's all gone.
what do you mean?
Well,
We explained everything, didn't we?
To them,
When we first met up, wasn't that a thing that you did?
yeah, well, I mean, you explained to a degree,
Right.
but not like the intricacies of how things were run back there.
We've gone to those details.
Which precisely?
I'll just say that they use drugs to control people.
Bad people. They use it as a sort of currency.
Yeah.
But
Right. And we've potentially disrupted that.
but other people disrupted that before.
No,
But
you're
if
becoming part of
they're
that.
bringing that shipment down, they're going to know shit hit the fan there. And I suspect as soon as they go there, take the shipment down, they see they're not there, they're going to come straight back to where they know some people that were there are. We need to be gone as soon as we can.
Yep.
Look, you've already done a lot to help us, and I appreciate that. I do. We're in this position now. We'll make it work. If we can, then we will. We can try. I don't think we have any other choice right now. I don't see any other way out of this at this point.
You could all get in your boats and go. Although, those dolphins are terrifying.
Yeah.
Nowhere's safe. Doesn't matter where we go.
If you guys are going to stay here, then we'll help make it work. We can, some of us can go, we can go and do a pharmacy run. You guys being here will help us. We can't be exactly here, but it doesn't mean that we have to go super far away. If we can bring tools and stuff to you guys, you know, things like sharpening weapons and tools, that's loud work. You guys can do it on the island without any worry.
Yeah.
You guys have a nurse. That's a huge thing. You know, obviously, you patched up one of our friends. Other things are going to be needed. That's going to need to happen again. So I don't think we're going to run too far away, but we can't be right here.
I understand that. I do. You're right. I think it's for the best. Best for all of you and your friends. We'll be here. If we run now, well, then we'll just have more enemies. I don't like what we're doing. I really don't. But we don't have... Our options are getting more and more limited every single day. We've already lost people here. If we leave now, if we just turn our back on what this place could be, then that's for nothing. We've got a chance to make it work. It's not a great chance, but it's something. If Lulu can get it started, maybe she can teach others. It doesn't have to just be her taking that sacrifice, that burden. But if you're out there as well, then that can help us.
We can get
Well,
supplies.
We'll be a port in a storm for you.
I don't know how many of you people we can trust with our lives. I don't want us to come back here, but I want to keep, unless someone's dying. But if we can have communication set up,
To the
you
others,
can meet us where we are.
yeah. To the others, to Ismail, you're as good as
We're
dead.
gone.
To us, you're gone. We don't think you're coming back. You went on a run. Last thing we heard, bad things happened. So it's just us, and we're still doing what they want us to do. I promise we won't. There's nothing for us to gain. It's going to be much harder to find people we can trust, so... Yeah. We'll do anything we can to help you get ready. But I think maybe you're right. Because if that big guy's back there, if he's running his mouth, I know Ismail seemed to be a good guy, but he can't be watching him all the time. Yeah.
He said they'll be back on the next full moon. But like I said, as soon as I go to Eddie's Rock, see what happened there.
It could
Good
be
chance they're going to come back. And even before that,
Yeah.
he could be talking to his mates,
Yeah.
all willing to come and grab us.
I agree. Look, regardless, I mean, yeah. We wouldn't have been able to make it this far, to get started here. So thank you for everything that you've done so far, you and the rest of your people. We'll always owe you for that.
We're all just trying to do our best to make this shit world better.
Alright. We should get back. There's still more work for us to do back there, and well, maybe you should talk to your people.
And with that, we start to head back towards home. Back on the quad bike, back down the track, back towards the bunkhouses, where everyone's out doing their thing. When returning, you do see Scott on the shore with a group of the islanders fishing. Some of the kids are actually even laughing, like
Oh, that'd be weird.
it seems to be a good break.
Yeah.
You hear this like sounds of joy, which actually, when you think about it, other than when you've just occasionally cracked jokes with each other to try and break the tension, you
The
haven't
first
heard.
time.
And especially a child's laughter as well is something that none of you have heard in a long time. And it feels good. And so, you return. All of you see/hear them returning.
Except for you.
Where do we all go from there?
What you to think about? It sounded
You,
easy.
you would hear.
Sorry,
So I said hear/see.
Yes.
But I wouldn't look, I wouldn't probably see you, but I'd look, oh, yeah, there comes a thing.
So,
Probably someone.
where to? What now?
What's the time of the day?
It's more towards midday at this point.
Has a fishing crew gone out?
The fishing crew are
Yeah,
right
yeah,
on the
gone.
beach. They
Yeah,
heard
Done the
heard
fishing?
/ saw you all coming back in
Take
on
hours
the
fishing.
on the boat.
I'll start,
Sorry, thing.
I guess,
Quad bike.
start chopping some wood.
Okay. All right. So you all see them return from the hall, and you just start chopping wood, and
How much do we catch?
an okay amount. It's not. You've caught some small fish for the most part. It hasn't been anything super substantial, but for you personally, need you to roll luck for me.
I'm rolling
Well,
fishing.
roll fishing. You can roll fishing.
Critical success.
Holy shit.
Nice. Also +1 to your fishing.
God damn, son.
Well, also +2 because
Okay.
It's just one. It classifies if you roll it, you only get one.
You are quite the fisherman. You are quite the fisherman. So, with that, no one else seems to be catching much at all. But
Because Scott
your
is
line
talking
essentially
more.
seems to be like magic. And like, yeah, you bring in enough food, not just for you, but for everyone. Over the morning of fishing, you bring up a ridiculous amount of fish. You did very, very well for yourself. You've got the magic today. It seems whenever you cast out your
It's
line.
the positive mood, the
Yeah.
positive environment.
So, in terms of like, you haven't so much caught tons of fish. You've just caught some very, very large fish. Ones that even rival the giant snapper you got when you first caught that. So yeah, you do very well. The others, the kids that are fishing with like little hand lines and stuff like that, they get like a few small ones, like a rock cod or two maybe. But beyond that, nothing else substantial. But yeah, the fish you bring in, it's
I
very
think
good.
the point for them to be out there wasn't necessarily for the
Fish.
for the fish
No,
itself. It was
yeah.
more
It was for you to embarrass
It
them
was
and show us how we can.
Yeah, exactly. This is how it's done, scrubs.
yeah.
Pay attention. Okay, so yeah, you bring some of them back and start, going through the filleting process with them, and they're like, "Oh, gross." and even that process is fun as well. So you're having fun with them doing that, and the parents are getting involved in the process as well. And Jake, you're lumberjacking,
Lumberjack.
chopping wood with Dan and some of the others, and Chloe, you're helping out with the lumberjacking assistance as well. I mean, like you've got plaid on, so it's kind of by default you're meant to be a lumberjack. And you've
arts and crafting.
you're crafting, and you're doing a good thing. You're getting through a whole heap of that. So it's not going to take you too long to make. It depends on the complexity of what it is you're making. But
I'm just turning my hand and my finger bones into a necklace.
okay, all right, yeah, you've done that this morning. Yeah, you've done that.
No,
You've
you're doing
worked
the
through
whole
that.
arm just dangling there.
Yeah, you got that somewhere safe, somewhere secret, somewhere safe.
Somewhere where the sun doesn't shine.
Yeah, you got that somewhere secret, somewhere safe. Okay, so what now, folks?
Fry up some fish for lunch for myself.
All right, okay, fry up some fish.
And then I'll be gather our peoples once we've.
Okay, yeah,
fed
you're gonna do
everyone
that.
and
Okay.
gone and talked.
Phew, I thought it was just like I was
No,
like, was he
gonna do it
lying?
I was doing it after lunch.
Okay, I was like, I thought maybe you were lying to them about that.
Don't make big
Ah.
decisions on an empty stomach.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so I'll be like, hey, talking to our group about, hey, there's
Okay, so stepping away from the
go
others.
to the boat, I guess, go catch up with the skulk.
Yeah, so going back towards the boat, the ladder is still in place. It's actually gotten really well in place next to the boat.
I would have tied it off like the first time I had to leave the boat for anything. I would have tied it like to the railing on top.
Oh, cool. Yeah, sweet.
Frank's been there for 3 days holding it.
Oh, fucking just like slowly wasting away. Yeah. Okay, so you all go to the boat after having some of the fresh fish that Triton has just caught. Feeling good, feeling fine. You climb up onto the back. Scott, you need a little bit of assistance to be able to do it, but you're finding it a lot easier to get around with those crutches. You can actually move around, which is great. And so you make your way up there and you see Skulk. Did you go back to the boat to work on your thing with your tools? Yeah. You see,
Up on the deck.
yeah, you see him just kind of finishing off and maybe putting on styling, looking in the mirror like, yes, it's fantastic. And yeah, you see him with his
I'm just like
bone necklace. Okay, yeah.
getting on the
Oh.
boat again.
Okay, yeah.
I would just put it like under my shirt. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
slide
yeah.
it.
Okay, cool.
He's sitting there playing with it, picking his
Oh, to
teeth
be
with
fair,
his
I
finger.
would.
Yeah.
No, I was like, to be fair, yeah, I'd be
Picking
playing
his
with the
Playing,
bones.
playing with it.
Sitting there picking his
Okay.
nose with it.
So yes, you see
Fine,
Skulk doing this as you all come and sit down onto the boat.
Just like
Oh,
taking
no.
like spinning it around, just like the lines. Man,
What now?
We all know what the who the people were that came here and what they know about us with Eddie's whole thing.
in the 3 days, would any of you have told me?
No.
No, okay.
About
Then I.
But you know about Eddie.
Street.
No, I mean about the Russians. Would anyone have told me when any of the stops on the boat? Hey,
We
you
were
know
there,
the
like-
Russians and like.
I guess we would have.
yeah, for the most part, what I was saying at the
Yeah.
start that you all shared information with each
Yeah.
other. Yeah, for them, yeah.
Yeah.
There aren't any secrets unless specifically you want them to be secrets from each other. Like I'm sure there are some things that you've done on the Island Skulk that you want to remain secret. So yeah.
You know, so we're all talking about everything. You're like, yeah, and then I disabled the winch.
Yeah,
I killed.
and you won't believe it. Like right from behind, machetes went right through.
You
It
should
was
have
so
seen it,
bad.
guys. Oh my god, it's so cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Best day ever.
together you sit down and
Yeah, he said he's not. They won't come back until the next full moon for the shipment. There's no guarantee that they other people won't come back for us, especially once they decide to go and drop their shipment off down to Eddie's Rock. And they might be doing it with this one, or they might be doing the next shipment with them. No idea. We haven't seen any boats go
bounty
anywhere.
for us, right?
Yeah.
you haven't.
Yeah.
You haven't. Although when you do go up and try and look in the distance, you can see the container ship still sitting in the same position that it was before.
How far away is it?
5 meters.
It is like a speck on the horizon to the human eye. With binoculars, you can actually see. Oh, that's actually a ship. It's not a speck.
Next thing I would say, let's go. Looking at the ship, I would just say, let's just go around the island. And while we're on the other side, then we just fuck off closest point to the mainland. Beach the fucker there and get off.
Do we have to go?
They're going to come back. There's no guarantee they're not going to come back.
They're either going to come back and kill you guys because of
I'm just
Eddie.
giving you. Sorry, I'm giving you guys perspective of the GPS. You actually have that on the
Oh, you
boat.
just zoom out, hang on, just zoom out.
So that's giving you an idea of where you are.
Yeah.
So you're on this side of the island
go,
here.
Go to the Marine Discovery Center. Closest point to the mainland. And I would just say,
That is, you all know that that's initially where you came
honestly
from.
really far.
go to island. That's the closest mainland point. And I would say they're going to come and kill you because of Eddie and your tattoos,
Why would they kill us
or
for
they
that, though?
or take you back to Eddie, and
There's a chance that when they realise there's no bounty, they might leave us alone, but it's not something I'm going to risk.
or what if they tell Eddie, or whomever friend of Eddie's still there.
What if Eddie didn't fucking die?
Yeah,
I'm
they-
no good on the run.
Yeah.
well, I'm sure there's a cow or
So,
it's like
I
the
mean,
money.
like,
none of
Jake,
them
like,
have seen me. I
one
can
of the-
do something about this.
One of the big things that you said was that we can't go back out there because of Scott's leg. Has that changed?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, the contention was
No,
north.
but-
I thought the contention was south.
Us staying here puts everyone in danger.
We could just hide.
Puts these people in
We
danger.
could just hide when the moon changes.
Sorry, I wouldn't have said the Marine Discovery because I thought the contention was south of us. I'd say the Coromandel.
Yeah, I mean, like, we could just hide.
You say we could hide when the moon changes, but you're assuming that
There's no guarantee they'll come
everyone
back.
is on
They'll be
everyone's on
back
the
to
same
that.
page on their side.
No,
Yeah.
but like,
What if someone on
they,
their side
like-
goes, "Oh, I want to take that"?
Yeah,
They-
they come back
they-
anytime.
they said, like, they let us know when they were going to come here next time
For
now.
the next shipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Not to come and kidnap us.
That's again assuming everyone's on the same page.
Which they're not. They said
What if
they
they
weren't.
go, "Oh, hold on, they've got tattoos. I've heard there's a bounty for people with tattoos. I'd quite like to collect that," and they
Well, then
muster up their
it's
crew.
been like 3 days and they're right over there. Why haven't they come now then? If
I
it's
don't
that
know.
important?
Other stuff to do. I don't know.
That's
You
what
can go and ask them.
I
But
mean,
I don't want to.
I don't want to like. The thing is, at the moment we're guessing why they didn't come.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that doesn't.
Yeah.
If our
Doesn't change the fact
guesses
that
doesn't stop them coming
they could
tomorrow
still come.
or tonight
today.
or 1 week from now, or for whatever reason they might be high on meth and they're just sleeping it off.
Or they got other jobs. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, just them not being here by now doesn't mean they won't come for us later on. Especially if they go down to Auckland, which they will at some point. Doesn't need to be this week or next week. Could be next month. And they see what happens down with Eddie's Rock. And if Eddie is alive, then we are in deep.
I think if I can, is they haven't seen me, and
No.
like, I think I'd be more help here.
Daniel, was it, offered to do the tattoo?
Dan.
Yeah.
Dan did offer to do a bigger tattoo to sort of cover it.
I mean,
So
fucking
you could
worst case
go.
scenario,
You could stay and get that done.
fucking cut it
And
or do something.
Wear a hat.
I'm wearing a hat.
Unless like the big thing is if
Beanie.
not just that. I mean, like if you like beanie or like if you just cut it off or make it into a tattoo. If someone already knows they're looking for people with a tattoo on their left temple, it's not going to be that difficult to go. Maybe he cut his tattoo
Yeah,
off.
but if you got a big full
Or maybe
mocko,
make it big.
you
Make,
get a
make
good-
a big
big
fucking-
mocko.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, like, but it'll have to be super
Or
like
just
to make to
Look, I'm not going to force anyone to do anything they don't want to do.
I just
think
I
it's
just think
best for us to go.
I would be, if we can safely cover mine. I don't think I'd be a hindrance out there.
They know my face, so I can't stay. Nick,
Yeah,
you can
Jake
do, you
and I
have the
both
same
can't.
you have the same option, Nick. You can try and cover it.
Yeah.
They're not looking for you specifically. They know
They kind of
for-
are because I'm associated to you.
Well, did they see you?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I saw you, but they see your tattoo.
Yeah, yeah.
The big thing is if that
They would-
it only
they would
works if
recognize
they come
either
back
of
on
us.
their own. If they tell Eddie anything,
If Eddie's alive,
or if and I don't know, I'm sure he had a right hand man other than you. If they know,
no,
all they have to
it
give
was
is
just me.
give them a description of Jake.
Yeah.
They'll know who you are.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
have a full face mock-up. They'll still come back and shoot you. They'll be, hey, that's Scott with a full face mock-up. Not, oh, I don't know who this guy is. He has a tattoo. You're missing a leg, mate.
It's up to
They just say,
Yeah.
Eddie just has to ask, where was the guy with one leg? And they're like, I don't know. Let's go find out. And they come and see a guy with one leg. No one's, that's not going to fool, no tattoo's going to fool them.
I mean,
Throw a
like,
leg.
we like can't just hide when they come.
I'm willing to risk that.
We can, but then there's still
Well,
a chance of
very
us being found
unlikely.
because they can come at any point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we had plenty of warning when they came last time because they made a lot of noise. That's how we, like, heard them.
Yeah,
but
we
they
heard
were
them.
coming because they thought one person was there.
Well, actually,
Now they know
we
where
didn't
if they're
come
coming to
because
get us,
I spotted them.
the rules change.
Yeah.
Well,
They
yeah,
can
but
do what they
like,
want.
all we have to do is that we just have to hide when we hear speedboats.
Remember
And we
Nick-
hope they don't torture the information out of any of the 19 people on this island.
Okay, but then
It's
like
14.
they're
14 people on
okay,
this
but
island.
then they're gonna do that even if we aren't here.
Yeah, but if we're not here, torturing the people here won't get us killed.
If they don't know where we are,
Yeah, if they don't know where we are, we tell them we're going to Whangarei, we fuck off down to the Coromandel, they torture the shit out of them, they
Double
go to
bluff them,
Whangarei.
we'll go to Whangarei. Just double bluff them. Look, I'm not going to force anyone to do what they don't want to do. I'm not going to stay here.
I'm with Jake.
I
What? You're not
think
even
it's
at risk,
really
though.
super
You don't
risky
have a
staying.
tattoo.
I don't want to be A here or B on an island. Being on an island cost me an arm thus far.
That was the boat, actually.
Yeah, but if we're on the mainland, we're not going to
I
need the
don't
boat.
necessarily think it can.
Limbs get taken off
I don't
on that.
necessarily think this should mean the end of the relationship with this group.
No,
Though.
I don't think we need
No.
to go super far.
No, I think
They
I
could
would be-
do regular runs, and we could meet them, and they can help us do regular runs, so we can both help each other get stuff. Dan, Kevin, and Jonah can come out for a couple of days for a decent run.
Then we need to be close. And then,
Yeah, but this is a huge area. We can hide anywhere here. One island is different to an entire sort of massive area. We could be anywhere within that point, and all we got to do is just keep
We could
communication.
poison the myth.
I still think I'd be.
and we hope that
That's
kills.
not-
You
kills
hope
who?
that they're
Kills
taking the myth
Kills
themselves.
their clients.
You literally
Yeah.
said that was a possibility a minute ago.
A
Yeah, but-
possibility.
Well,
One of
If it's
several.
not, it kills their clients, and then they come and kill everyone here.
Yeah, then they just kill every living thing.
These
on this
people
planet.
want to stay here.
And want to
That's
keep
their
making
decision.
myth.
I don't agree with it. If I was them, I'm literally them, I would go. I want to go. That's their choice. I'm not going to force them to do anything.
I personally say Coromandel, or where were you guys last? Like you were down in Coromandel somewhere. That's like caravan central. Grab a caravan. A caravan is a boat on the land. We just live in a caravan.
A truck's not a boat.
land boat.
Yeah, but it's got like beds and shit. Let's grab a caravan. We boat on the land.
I think it's best to stay around here. This is
You
the
can
only
drive.
medical
I can't
area
drive
we know.
anymore. Really.
Yeah. To be fair, even though it's the riskiest for us, we are the most used to them if we're on the mainland.
It helps them out,
Yeah.
and it'll help us out. There are things that they can do on that island that aren't a risk where they are for us. Like we go get
Yeah.
some grinders and stuff like that. You know, things that are noisy to make weapons and keep our weapons sharp. It makes a lot of noise. They can do it there without any worry of anything coming.
Yeah, but if we have to be on the mainland close enough for radio contact,
Don't
that
have to
limits
don't
where
have to
we
be
are.
radio contact. We could just have a pre-set up point where they're going to meet us on a day or over a range of days. We'll be there or around there, not exactly there, and then we can every time we can have a couple of places to meet up. We can whatever. There's a number of things we can do. We don't have to use radios or light or anything like that. Just dead drops essentially.
Why don't we do the opposite? Why don't we do the opposite of the Russians? Every new moon, not every full moon.
Again, any transport between there.
No, Scarmandel. The
I
island will
don't know
hide.
that
The
area.
island will
Over
hide us.
here we've got
What about Miranda, where you guys were before you went to Eddie's?
that turned to shit real fast.
But at least
Only
you know
because
the
of
area,
Eddie's there.
and it's
Look, Lee,
away from
Oh,
the
yeah.
Lee area, it's actually it's a fishing town, so it's relatively small population and relatively small animals. I'm not saying there's fucking none, but it's the only place I can think of that's got that sort of stuff in the lower levels. It's going to be one of the safest areas for us to be,
Right.
and it's got huge bush. So shut up,
Cute
Skulk.
children.
Shut up, Skulk. Jesus Christ. It's like Clove 69.
Oh, but that was a sewer. It's a huge
It's a good
bush.
Well done. Well done.
So
Okay, yeah. Fair
any,
enough.
any of
Then
that stuff we can.
That's where the Marine Discovery Center is, right? At Lee.
Yeah.
Let's go to Lee. It's the closest point. We can just tell them every new moon. So like we never intersect with anything they get from the Russians. And
Yeah.
we stay at Lee. And no more fucking dolphins or orcas or
Why
sea
are you fucking
lions.
dolphins?
Yeah.
It's unless anyone else knows of any other place that's going to be decent. I think Lee is our best area. Small population for both humans and animals. Again, not saying it's none. It's fucking New Zealand, mate. There's clearly fucking animals everywhere. Sheep and fucking cows everywhere.
At least, I mean, we're close enough to Auckland if we have to go down to the North Shore to get bigger supplies, North Shore Hospital,
What's it like for farming land?
Northern's farming land.
For a small community of 5, it's fucking awesome. Like,
Okay, cool.
You mean
Not that any of
4.5,
us really know how to farm that well, but We can at least try.
Yeah, it's I mean, any piece of land for us would be easy, but that also
Heaps,
means with them coming out helping us, we can do bigger runs because there is only 3 of us that are capable of doing stuff now. Because if anyone's going to do anything to do with potential of zombies, it needs to be the 3 physically capable people.
I can run and I can have
Not
a gun.
right now.
Not
Any
right now,
attack
give me a
on you,
month.
No.
if someone looks at you funny, your arm is going to hurt.
Give me a month or two, but
Yep, but we're not at a month or 2 right now.
no, fair
But
enough.
saying that, we can get Dan, Jonah, and Kevin. They can help us do other things. They
But
need
we
more
only
equipment.
tell
Only they will.
only
know.
Jonah and Kevin. No one else knows where we are.
Well, if
Mhm.
we're going to work with other people, then whoever we're going to work with will know.
No,
But
we meet them somewhere else. We don't meet them at our house.
Oh, fucking 100%. They don't need to know that at all.
No, not even
No
Jonah.
one. No,
not
they don't need
Jonah
to know
nor
that.
Kevin, they
at
know
all.
where we are.
They just need to know the drop point, that's it.
Yeah.
Or the meet point.
Which that can change from time to time.
Every time we meet them, we put a new drop point.
And we will always be there beforehand.
Like a day beforehand. Day before new moon, we go.
Well, it depends when we set the meetings up, but yeah. I think that's our best bet.
I vote for it with my single arm I can raise.
You raise the other finger.
That means that everyone else actually has 2 votes. You only have 1.
But again, it's really it's not a vote. It's everyone's going to choose
I still
themselves.
think for the time being, I need a change of scenery and company. I found my use right now.
Okay,
Nick?
fair enough.
I
We're
don't
going to have to
think
find
I'll-
a place to settle down first.
If at a later date things change, maybe. But at the moment, I think I'll just, if you guys are on the move, I'll just hold you guys back.
I'm not going to say no. But yes, you will. That's true. I'm not saying no. You can't come. I'm saying
Yeah.
I
I'm thinking of you guys as well as myself.
Nick?
I think the from Eddie's Rock, the 2 most recognisable people are Jake and I. We did the most
Yeah.
work with Eddie, so I really can't be here either. So I'm gonna go.
Chloe.
I don't know.
What's the time of day?
It's
After midday.
yeah, it's after midday at this point.
We've still got to get this boat
Yeah.
in the water.
Well, you've got until tonight then, because we have to go at night.
Yeah.
We sail without lights.
The boat needs to get in the water and it needs to sit for a bit to make sure it's not
They-
fucking...
so let's
and
do
take it
now.
for a bit of a fucking cruise and leave it in the water for a good few hours to make sure it's not going to fucking...
If you want to do that, you should
That's what I'm saying.
get on it.
Let's do that now. Chloe, you can decide up until midnight.
Okay.
if we're going to leave, we should leave during the day because night would actually be way easier to see us.
That's what I'm saying. We run without lights.
Then we probably crash. We
No,
crashed
that's-
once. I'm not doing that
running
again.
blind.
That's how we crashed last time.
Okay, then we go tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow at dawn.
And so with
They
that,
come
with
tonight.
the conversation finished, you all start to work your way back off the boat. Your intention is to try and get the boat into the water.
Go and get
Yep.
everyone.
Okay.
Because we need other boats.
All right.
But we need the boats in the water now.
Okay. So are some of you going to stay by the boat?
Yeah, well, no,
Yeah,
obviously,
you're gonna
they're
go back
coming
and
back.
get
There's no
them?
point in definitely the one person that's going to be very slow.
I'll stay on the boat and I'll.
Okay. You've got it started ready. Jake, you're heading
No,
back
no,
to try and
oh.
get people.
Does,
No?
does it have a reverse thing on it?
Um,
Can it go in reverse?
I
yes.
guess actually we
yes,
would wait
yes,
for
it
high
can.
tide, so that depends
Yeah.
if fully
Oh,
when
it's,
that
it's
is.
high.
Okay,
It's
it is
high
now.
at the
Oh,
moment.
sweet.
Yeah.
Probably, I just like some boats can reverse. Can this?
Yes. Yeah.
almost
It can be.
all
It's currently
motorbikes
anchored
So
in. and,
I'll just
yeah.
I'll wait for them to start pulling, and
Yeah.
once they start
Okay.
pulling, I'll reverse it. I'll raise the anchor.
Okay. So you head back to try and get people.
Yeah.
I'll go with Jake to do that.
Okay. All right. So start looking for hands. Start asking around.
Yeah, all right. Hey,
I get off the boat as well.
Okay. All right.
get the
Crunch your way back.
Kevin and Jonah will go. Hey guys, we want to try to get the boat back in the water. It's just them by themselves, eh?
It's just them at this point. Yeah. Yeah.
Get this boat back in the water, check it out, make sure it's fine. Actually, we got no. Yeah, we want to try and get out as fast as we can.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
yeah. I was like,
All right.
okay.
Okay. Right. So you've made your choice then.
Not all of us yet. some of us. Scott is going to stay. Oh
Right.
shit!
What?
Can we recon a little bit? I want to tell Scott about the boat, or everyone else about the boat.
About the boat?
Your boat that you stole.
yeah.
Not yet.
I
No,
was- I
you can
was
have
there,
that.
wasn't I?
No, it was just Chloe and I.
No.
No, because he.
No,
I was
no, he
like,
was.
around.
Yeah, he was. He
Yeah.
was there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so then it's
there.
It was
Except for
everyone's
Scott.
party.
Yeah, Scott was the only
And-
person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick was there as well.
And you don't care.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, never mind. Sweet.
Okay.
All right, I'll get
Well,
hands
okay.
together. We'll
Oh, no,
Make this
that's
happen.
right.
Okay. And so you do hear Jonah and Kevin. They go back towards the others and they're like, "All right, I'm gonna need a hand." And so others start kind of filtering in and around, and there's a fair few people that actually come in to help push this thing. And so you all start moving back towards the boat. Chloe, you're sticking with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
all right.
would I would at least help.
Okay.
As much as I can. with-
Yeah.
Like a picture of those dogs that are helping push stuff as well, even though they're doing nothing.
So no. So
I could like just get into position, let go, and just like push
And
on one
lead.
leg.
you make it. You all make it up towards the boat. Everyone, there's quite a few people there helping. Everyone tries to get their hand on the boat wherever they can. Others have got hands on other people's backs, getting ready to push, getting ready for the command. So Kevin's with everyone else there, and he looks to you and he's like, "Okay, we're good to go."
I put it in reverse.
Let's go.
Okay. Kevin calls out. He's like, "All right, count of 3. 1, 2, 3, push!" And then you remember the anchor is still up. And no. Okay, so you all push together, and you do feel it start to, get a little bit of motion. You're having to put a little bit more on the engines, yeah, and you start to feel it going back. And with another great big push on 3, it does flop back into the water, rolling forwards for a second, but the reverse gets it rolling backwards. And
I take it out to where it normally sat.
yeah, and so you take it out that fair bit there, and
Auckland Harbour.
and
Here you go. We're going home.
and you slow it down, and everyone's just like puffing after that. Everyone's a little tired, so to speak. And some of the others start to filter back towards the home, seeing that it's back in the water, and that's good. That's great and all. But as they do start to kind of try and filter away, Jen seems to be lingering, and she's quite close to you, Chloe.
Oh, sorry. Can I? As I was going out, I would just
Yes.
say, "Come get me with the rubber ducky in case I sink."
Okay, all right.
I'll leave him on there. No, yeah.
Okay,
go.
you start going to get that?
Yeah, with
Okay.
someone else again. I'm not getting in the fucking ocean
Nick,
without
do you
someone
wanna-
else with me.
Do you want to help him out?
Oh no, I'm gonna try. I want to try and get on the boat, but I need a buddy for that. So
That's
I
that.
guess-
Right,
going
that's
to
good
the
because that's exactly what Jake was asking. So perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So so
gonna
you,
come
you
pick
you're gonna
me
go
up?
take the rubber ducky together.
Yeah.
So while it's
Yeah.
happening, Jen just pull you to the side and she says, "Where are you all going?"
I don't know.
But you're leaving?
I'm not sure.
If you are, I'm coming with.
Okay.
There's nothing.
You're not here. Stop shaking your head.
There's
Shaking her head.
nothing else. Nothing else for me here.
Are you sure? I mean, I know.
I want to be away from all of this.
Are you sure, Jen? I mean, there's people here that care about you.
Anywhere will be better than here right now. I don't care where that is. Anywhere will be better.
How old is she again?
Ruby's age.
Undetermined.
Teenager,
Yeah.
but like mid to late teenager or early to mid.
In between.
So mid.
Okay.
From mid to mid.
So
Yes.
mid teenager. So 15-ish.
Yeah, you guess, maybe. We're at ballpark, maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
She's an age.
She is
Yes.
age.
I'll talk to the guys, but if I can, then yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is your dad up yet?
He's not my dad.
You know, Charles. Is Charles up yet?
As much as he can be.
Right. Okay. We should head back then.
Okay.
I guess me and you head back up to the bunkhouses then, I
I
guess.
would have already been gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't-
you were walking back with all the
Right.
others. You were approaching back.
I'm a part of this awkward.
Okay, so
So
you-
we pass you then.
Gotta keep your zipper frame, mate.
You and Nick make it towards the boat
Oh boy.
to collect Skulk, and you're there waiting.
I'm
Anchor's
back
down, of course.
No, but I'm really fucking focusing on the ocean.
And I just
Yeah.
before I came, I would have put all the remaining weapons off the boat just in my backpack
Okay.
or sling it on.
Cool. All right. You're back
Was
on the
it
rubber
like-
ducky tier.
In the bottom, was there wine or was it just spirits?
It looks like it's just spirits for the most part.
Because I had days there going
Yeah,
through them,
no.
drinking them.
Just
No
spirits. No wine. Just a whole heap of vodka, whiskey, brandy.
No, because I was looking for wine
Okay.
to do something.
Oh, I know where some wine.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
All right, stop whining. Let's
I'm gonna
continue.
go to the generator room for no reason.
Okay, all right.
But yeah,
So you're all on the boat together, keeping your eyes on the water as much as you can, going back towards the island. And your intention is to try and rest for the night? Until the morning?
On the boat?
no,
No,
No, coming back to the
wow.
island.
Robert
yeah.
Ducky going
I
back
was
going
really
back to like.
confused.
they
No.
can't pick me up if the boat's
Yes,
still...
we're gonna get off the big boat and just sleep on the rubber ducky for the night.
Okay, all right. So it's rocky. You catch hypothermia,
Yep,
and
yep.
yeah,
We
that's
die.
Cool.
that's it.
Cool. I love this part.
Okay, so you want to take it back to the island.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So
Use some of that widow chop to keep warm.
is there anything else in particular? Anything that you want to do tonight? Anything that you want to say to anyone before the morning comes
I just want
round?
to go to the tool shed and grab like a small can of oil
To the tool shed? Okay, yeah, sure. Sure.
on my way back to the bunkhouse.
Okay, yeah.
Other than
Put it in my backpack.
Okay, all right.
he's gonna burn it
I'm
down as he
always, I'm
leaves.
always worried with him.
Yes,
Okay.
and remember,
Yeah.
I don't trust anything he does. So if
Okay,
he's doing
good.
anything by himself, I'm like, oh, Skull, no one should go anywhere by himself.
He.
I'll be
Well, I
like,
mean,
"Then
like.
follow me.
Okay.
And I'll shuffle.
The only other thing we trying to talk to Jonah or Kevin or both
Okay.
when they're by themselves and just
Yeah, I'll be with that.
I mean,
conversation.
everyone's still kind of outside at the
Yeah.
moment. Everyone's kind of still using what is remaining of the fish that's been caught throughout the day.
yeah.
By
There'll be
lovely
a lot
Joan.
of preparing for that.
Yeah.
Chopping more water to get. But at any point between sort of now and
Mhm.
going to bed, we'll be having it. I just want to go over them with our plan.
Yeah.
Which we've already sort of have, but sort of confirm.
Just sharing it with them. Okay.
I would, when everyone's back up at the
I guess we're still waiting for you
bunkhouses,
to
I would
give me an
pull
answer.
you guys aside. Just, just so we're all together. Once, I mean, me and Scott are up, we just wait for the three of you to get up there. I pull
Okay.
you guys aside. I'm like, Jen wants to come with us if we leave.
No.
That's a terrible idea.
Is it though?
Yes.
Roll perception for me,
What?
everybody.
Oh,
Everybody.
I'm spending a sigil.
So,
Everybody?
Get out, good on you.
Sorry.
A 10 pass.
Okay.
Failed miserably.
So 45, 25 is 70.
26 pass.
So, and... I'm re-rolling. I'm re-rolling.
So you're spending two sigils?
69
I don't
pass,
care, I've
and I
got
use the
enough
sigil as
sigils.
well.
69.
That's right. You don't have
Nice.
to ration them.
Okay. 69
No,
pass.
still
Skulky used 2 sigils.
And still failed.
Okay.
Okay, wait, sorry. Like, he got a 69 and he passed. Can we just take a moment?
To acknowledge that? Okay, all right. So,
Yep, Scott passed.
while you're having this conversation, no one notices,
One
but
under critical success.
Scott, you do see Jen hiding off to the side, listening into your conversation
Beat her. No.
in the shadows.
I don't notice.
No one notices this.
See,
Only-
It's
I
an
did
opposed.
pass,
It's
though.
opposed.
Oh, okay.
I say, Jen, do you have anything to say to this?
Oh yeah, shaka.
What?
He can smell her.
Super scent.
It is a genius.
What Chloe was saying. I don't want to stay here any longer. I'm sure there'd be others that feel the same way. Not everyone's welcome here.
There were some people I was going to ask as well tonight, if I'm being quite honest.
No.
It doesn't just have to be us 5, right?
The entire point is to get away from these people.
Why do we have to get away from these people? We just have to get away from
No,
the
the point isn't to get away from these people. The
Yeah.
point is to get away from the Russians, the people that are going to try and get
You're
us.
saying like things like you're saying like the rations.
Yeah,
Like,
get
the
rations.
The rations.
You know?
Yeah, like the point was to get away from the Russians, not these
Especially the
people.
barbecue flavored
Yeah,
ones.
the more people we bring along, the more chance that like they have of finding us. Because the more people, the bigger commotion we cause, the bigger footprint
Yeah.
we leave.
And what if they come back here?
Well, don't stopping anyone from leaving. My point is just don't come with us. Everyone, there's more enough boats if someone wants to go.
Do you have to come with us straight away? We don't know where we're going to go. We don't know how it's going to work.
Look, she could
I mean,
help
I don't
us.
I'm
And
staying
she could
here
hinder us.
for that reason. I might go later, but they're going to be moving around a lot, so
We don't know where we're going to sit down. We don't have any other information.
And it's going to be well easier just the 4 of us.
Once we get that sort of stuff, it might be an option. But we could be driving for hours or days. We don't know how this is going to work.
Hell, even if that means we get a car, we might be walking for days and weeks.
We don't.
Yeah.
Going by ocean was the safest bet until those dolphins came. Now we get there,
So that's a no then?
Yeah, that's a no.
it's going to be in there.
They're going to be scavenging when on land as well when they get there,
I
and
think she could help.
they'll
She's
be infected.
small, she's quick, she can get in and out of places that the 4 of us huge people can't.
4 of us, dude, Nick's like a tiny man, no offense, Nick.
He's tall, he's wide. So look, she could help.
If there's if the survival depends on a tiny
I'm
hole,
just saying, I'm not saying a survival,
I
but
think
just
they'd
we
be fucked up
could be
well before that.
better off with
Yeah,
having her.
and
You are discounting it very quickly, but
We only
I
have
would be
5
worried
seats.
about.
Not just that.
And
And we only have 5
I'm
seats.
the only one who can drive here.
Yeah.
We are very.
What do you mean
limited.
we only have 5 seats?
In
The
any
vehicle we
car.
have, we have 2 vehicles, but since I'm the only one who can drive,
We don't have a vehicle.
we have 2 vehicles.
Where?
Stashed on the mainland.
With
That he told you about. He told you about
like
the pink
I
truck.
presume over the
Yes.
course, people who have told me they have cars.
only got
Not
one
just
driver.
that, everyone else will be here and say, I can help, I can do this. Then we're going to bring 20 of the 19 people here because everyone can help, everyone wants to come
They're
along.
not
You
gonna
don't
want
know
to.
that. If you're going to get at me for things that I don't know, then I'm going to get at you for things you don't know.
Okay,
You don't know
just
that.
said you want to bring people along. She
I
just
said I was
people-
going to talk to a couple of people. I don't want to bring 20 people, Skulk. There's just a couple of people I was going to talk
Do
to.
we want to invite everyone to this conversation?
No.
No.
No, it was just a couple of people.
Oh, that was a quip at.
Oh,
right.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. It was getting slightly louder, but
Then, fair enough.
look, you've made up your mind. That's fine. The last time you went off by yourselves, it worked out perfectly fine.
Yeah, you guys
So good
almost
luck.
died. So that happened.
This is true.
You lost
And-
your arm.
And the last time you guys were in a giant group, he lost his leg. So,
Jen,
Giant group.
She's
there were
like
5
just
of
getting ready
us.
to turn away at that point.
he lost his group at Eddie's Rock when there were like 60, 70 of you people.
it's dangerous out there.
That's
And it's not
hardly the
dangerous
same.
here?
So, in a big group, in a tiny group, we're in danger.
Then why are we saying that we can't have more people because it's danger if we're in danger no matter how many people that we have?
Because that's danger to us. If we go on our own, that's danger. Any danger we make is just to us.
Yeah, but if she's with us, then that's an us.
No, we shouldn't have to be with us. We can say 4 of us will cause the minimum amount that we, as a 4-person group, can cause. If we take 5, 6, 7, that goes even higher. That is the amount of noise we cause, the amount of tracks we leave, the amount of food we have to scavenge for, the amount of medicine we'll have to go find.
She's already left at this
Yeah.
point.
Well, honestly, Scott,
Yeah.
I mean, how good are you going to even be for the next few months? You have one arm and you're constantly sick and falling
Yeah.
over and can't stand properly.
The
I haven't.
How
felt
good?
over
How
only
a
good?
day,
downside-
so-
How good are you to us as a group then? How good to the 4 of us are you actually?
Right. Are you voting for me to stay here?
I'm not saying that.
Are you? Well, I
I'm not
voted.
saying that. I am simply
Say.
saying
Oh.
your whole argument is based
Argument.
on how good we are as a group, but you would be
No,
slowing us down.
My argument is the smaller as a group we are, the
But
less
you,
we can-
but you cannot do as much as one full person. Not for the next month at the soonest.
But that's never been my
I just
point.
go and find Jen.
Go after her. You walk
That's
away
never
from
my
it.
point.
Okay.
My point is, if we go, we don't have supplies.
I leave as well, just not necessarily.
That's
just
my point. We
mean-
don't have a place to stay.
I stay to listen.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, if we're going off like capability of like a small group, you're not that capable.
But that's not my point. You can go with her and everyone else. I don't care. I don't mind. Like, I mean, like, as a group. If you guys want to go, that's fine, because that's not my point. My point is, whomever goes, the smaller the number, the better they will do. Regardless of who goes. You can take the youngest and the oldest people here. Everyone
Not
goes.
necessarily, Skog.
Yeah, not really, because if we have a group of
Sometimes
4
an
people,
extra pair of hands can get you out of the shit.
Yeah, but this extra pair of hands, but that my point is, that argument can be for anybody who wants to come. If we say, fair enough, an extra pair of hands will save us.
But we only know
Yeah,
of
but no,
one
no,
that
I'm
wants
saying-
to come.
While
And
that
any-
conversation's happening, while it's still going on, when Jen's walked
context
away,
isn't
Scott's walked
everyone,
away,
the
and
context
Jake's
is
walked
one
away,
person.
you were wanting to continue a conversation elsewhere. So this is happening the same time that the other conversation is happening as well.
Going with Jake.
I
So
don't.
because
The
you
only
stopped.
downside,
stopped
the only
it.
major downside I
Sorry,
see
Nick.
is it's another.
Stop this conversation. Move
Sorry,
on.
Nick, we've stopped the conversation.
Move in somewhere else.
Ah,
quickly.
So this is a
I'll
different
go
place.
back soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's what I'm talking about. What about your dad?
He's not my dad.
Like, not biologically, or he's not my father?
Not to
my
me.
father? Right.
Hasn't been for years. It's not going to make a difference anyway.
So she's old enough to make her own decisions. I'm getting.
Yeah, within
Like
reason.
not in today's sort of
Yeah.
like sometimes today you're 25 and
Online.
can't make your own
What did you
decisions.
do?
Yeah.
What did you do before?
She's worked in a factory for 40 years.
I was studying.
Where were you studying?
School?
So you're in high school.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to take too many people.
Look,
No
I
offense,
just,
but
I
most
don't
of your
care.
group
I just
is
want to be
not
away
good.
from this place. If that's not going to be with you, then fine, I'll find another way. It'd be safer with more people, but that's fine.
I mean, I'm gonna be staying here, and you're welcome to come.
Fishing.
Probably be fishing and stuff if you want some.
I
souls
can't
away
stay
from anyone.
here. Not where all of that happened.
So you're going regardless.
Regardless, yes, I'll find
By
someone
yourself?
else. Like I said, there are others here who I know aren't happy.
We can't take responsibility for most of your group. We've been here for a few days, and most
You
of them
don't-
sweet fuck all.
Need to.
If someone else is going to come, we're only going to take one more person.
That's
And
fine.
that's if Scott stays.
We'll find our own way.
How many other people are going?
Look, I know Dan has never fit in here. Most of the others don't like him. He's never fit in. He's tried, but it just...
I was just thinking, like,
He was
Some
one
of
of the
the-
people I was going to
no, not just that, but like,
My-
my issue was we have one vehicle because I'm the only one who can drive. I forgot other people can drive.
Other people can do things in this
I
world.
didn't think that.
What
People are
if Jen can
resources.
drive?
So maybe we do have 2 vehicles. How many other people?
I wouldn't want anyone else
Just you and Dan.
if he wants to. It's just he doesn't fit here. I don't fit here. So
You go and talk to him. I'm gonna go talk to Kevin. We're not about to just kidnap some people. How will we proceed as kidnap some people? And I need to also run it by the group. It's gonna be a vote, but you got mine.
We can pull our weight. I can. I can't speak for him.
Okay.
But regardless, if you want to or not, I'll find a way.
Like I said, I'll put it to it. I'll go run it by Kevin. He is de facto leader of your group. I'll put it to a vote. Like I said, you got my vote. Chances are you got Chloe's. I mean, it's still maybe, still 50-50. But,
Okay. And she walks away at that point.
I'll go and find Kev.
Meanwhile, conversation's still happening.
See, I'm
You guys are still at it now. You guys are still arguing. Go, argue now, go.
Hey, shush, that's really loud. See, I'm a little annoyed because, like, once this conversation ended, I did have plans to go and find Dan and talk to him.
Yeah.
Dan the man.
But that feels like I'm medicating.
Oh no, I mean,
now.
like
can just
it
do
might
that.
possibly, yeah. But
Because
like,
I was planning to do that. He was the other person I was thinking of.
okay, all right.
I thought you were going to get bloody...
This doesn't go anywhere, does it?
As soon as I saw both of them like beeline straight for her, I was like, fuck it. And I just picked up my backpack and I walked to the tool shed.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Come on.
Then I guess.
Nick, where are you?
I guess I
was
go
just
and
saying,
find
like,
Dan.
As he's walking away, I'm just going to be like, Sculpt, the only real downside is it's just an extra mouth to feed. But it's also an extra pair of hands.
I hear but do not respond. As I walk away to
Saunter, you
also
saunter
giving
away.
him the phantom finger.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can't see it, but I'm flipping you off.
I go and find Dan.
Okay.
I guess if Skulk left when Scott and Jake left, do I find Dan before Jen does?
No, probably around about the same
Around
time.
the same time?
Yeah, because you were going for a while. That conversation happened while
Right,
you
right.
guys were still going at it.
Okay, cool. So
Okay.
I guess I bump into Jen on her way to Dan as I'm on my way to Dan.
Probably once they were already sitting down together.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fancy
Okay, hey. I sit down. Has she told you what's going on, Dan?
Oh, she mentioned.
Do you want to come with us?
Honestly, I trust you. You've been capable so far. More than a lot of people here. So if I'm going off where it's got to be safest, then maybe.
Okay, well, good.
Honestly, I feel like flipping a coin on this one. I could go either way.
I would like if you came with us. I mean, it's up to you. I don't want to pressure you, but, you know, for what it's worth.
Count me in. Will you go? I'll go.
Okay. I guess we're going then.
Alright. I'm with you.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, so, everybody else, you wanted to try and go and find Kevin?
Yeah, just run that by him. Well, not really run it, but just... I guess run it by him. Explain to him.
Yeah. Look. I'm not going to control them. If that's what they want, then that's fine.
But you are the one who's going to have to deal with the aftermath from Charles, is it?
There ain't going to be an aftermath. I don't know. If there is... Honestly, it's a risk, but it's better.
No one can know where we're going. But we do want to keep regular contact here.
Okay.
But we can't do it by radio, we can't do it by light. I think we're just going to have to do some sort of dead drop, leave notes, predetermined locations, have a couple of places where we can leave notes. so you can check them on a regular basis. If one's not there, go to the next one.
When you're first to be Goat Island.
That's where we've set up. We've cleared it.
I mean, you've already told. This was the
Yeah.
very first conversation that you guys had
Yeah.
with them.
So that's the place where we've cleared. Obviously, I don't know if it's still clear,
Okay.
but that'll be the first thing.
All right.
And if your people could come, to some of you could help come and do runs for stuff. So when you guys come out, we get stuff you guys can take back, keeping resources going to your place.
All right. We'll find a way.
And when
I
they
think it's
come-
going to be safest for your people.
Mhm. Now, have I said Scott stay? Scott wants to stay.
Okay.
So as much as you can to keep him away from.
I can't kick him off. I can't throw someone back out there.
If it's just hiding one person, that's a lot easier than trying to hide 5.
Okay.
The only thing is, if they come by surprise, it's going to be hard to get out there. But it's a big bush. It'd be pretty easy to have him to hide anywhere out there.
Okay. All right. I mean what I said before. Thank you for everything so far.
I was skeptical coming in here.
We
Didn't
were
think
too.
it was the best option. It was just too risky.
Every single thing we do is a risk now, so... There.
At least we've got allies.
Yeah. That's true.
We'll be off first thing in the morning.
Alright.
We'll take last watch. Wake up one of you guys, and we'll be gone before everyone else wakes up.
Good enough. Well,
Shake hands.
stern air
It's always
shakes.
weird.
Stern air shakes, that's what we do. Alright, okay. Well, is there anything else the group is doing this evening?
Going back, because again, I said I'd put it to a vote.
Yeah.
So it'd be, if it's not everyone at the same place, I'll be, going to people going,
I'll probably last night since I'm drinking until tool shoot.
You're not drinking the oil, are you?
No,
Right.
that's why you got
That's
it.
what I got
Gotta
to-
watch this one. I'm so where are you going?
Well, if we're all split up, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Go.
I'm like outside talking to Dan and Jen, so I mentioned you'd see me first.
Yeah, but I already know your vote. Doesn't matter.
It might
Oh,
change.
you might have changed.
It
Oh,
might
mate.
change. I would still appreciate being part of the discussion since
Yeah,
it's a group decision.
yeah, but it'll be at the end of this.
Alright, so
So I guess it'd be
Nick or Scott first, potentially?
probably Nick, because again, Scott's not coming, so no offense, but it's not
Yeah.
your decision.
So the vote doesn't matter, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I'm
Nick's
for it.
on board.
I'm for it. I didn't see an issue except for having to feed someone, but
Her,
she's
Jen and
probably
Dan.
more capable than Scott.
Jen,
You're not there, so you can't hear this. But
Jen is just a little girl, and that comes with issues. But
Yeah.
Dan is more than capable. More than
he's probably more capable than any of us.
all of
to be
us
fair.
combined. He's much like EZ.
He is like easy. Oh.
God, that was scary. And he came out all angry. Sorry. So I didn't see where Skulk went, right?
No, you just saw him walk off.
Do you know where Skulk went?
Did I see where Scott went?
No one just
Probably not.
you all just saw him walk off and
Towards the beach.
towards the
Yeah,
beach.
we all just
Yeah.
went. Towards the beach. I
I'll
don't
go
really-
that direction, staying far enough away from the beach that no fucking random zombie fucking dolphin can find me.
He's flying
Flying
up
through
the
the air.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah.
gonna be so fucking scary, fucking just going this little distance between there and there.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'll go find Skulk.
Okay, all right. Searching around after a little while, Do you have any light on in there at the moment?
No, I'm not inside the tool shed. I'm just sitting on the ground, like on like the grass line at the tool/boat shed.
Oh, okay.
You don't have
Looking out over the water.
Dark.
Eventually, you would come across him having a seat.
Oh,
And
I know you were against the skulk, but it's not just Jen. Dan's coming as well. He's going to be a big fucking help.
I've changed my mind. I've decided to stay. I'll stay with Scott.
That's a fucking curveball.
Let me just. I'll continue one more sentence. Let me just get onto the second chance. I'll just get everything I need, and then you guys can leave tomorrow morning if the thing's still floating by then.
Why you? What changed your mind? What do you want to say?
Well, one, I probably do need a nurse to take care of me for the next month or so, and
Aren't you glad I pointed that out to you?
not because of you. And I'd rather not go back in the water so soon.
Fair point. Okay. Okay, that was a bit of a curveball.
All right.
Then I go, well, I won't wake up in the morning, so this is probably goodbye.
Well, like I said, you can grab some shit off the second chance.
That's all mine. Yes, I will go out with someone, or I'll have to go get Nick. I'm not going out in the fucking water by myself.
Don't worry, I'll go with you. I know what I'm
You got
looking for.
one arm. You can come, but I
Yeah.
want someone else to come. We can do it later on. Doesn't need to happen now.
Next session.
Yeah, or during.
No.
Or in the meantime.
So it doesn't take long for you to go get Nick, haul his ass down to the
Yeah.
water, get onto the boat,
Yep.
take everything you need off it,
Thank you.
back
Which
onto
is
the
pretty much
island,
is the booze and the drugs.
booze and
Hey,
drugs.
drugs are not yours.
I sold, remember we went to the biscuit, so I sold the drugs, so I'm like, drugs.
Yeah, but
Booze.
we're getting drugs. You're not taking the drugs.
I need
I'm
drugs
giving
for
them-
painkillers.
Give them to the nurse.
Well, that's what I'm going
Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's
to...
done.
And just filling as much booze as that dinghy can carry without sinking.
Probably
Literally.
All
As
right.
much before... Like, if I see it starts to sink into the water, I'm like, right, let's not...
one more.
All right. Well, everyone has their last sleep on the island, apart from the two that are going to be remaining, that are going to be staying behind.
Dun, dun, dun,
While all of
dun.
you are sleeping, I need every single one of you to roll perception for
Hate
me.
this part of
Can
the
we
game.
not just have
Hate
a
this part of the
session
game.
And there's no more rolls.
Gotta roll a
That's it.
sigil. Get a sigil.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a sigil as
It's the
well.
first sigil of the
Actually,
game.
that's
So
a
just a
good
flat... Hang on to the flat roll?
point.
It's a flat roll.
Okay, so yeah, sigil.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a sigil.
Everybody.
Sigil.
19, so pass.
It's literally everyone using a sigil.
Yeah, Jake.
Add to my book.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the
33
61 pass.
Hang on. I'm not even going to change them because. Okay.
34.
Okay. Hang on. Who didn't pass?
Sorry, I need a roll still.
No.
Oh, I didn't, but I'm gonna use a sigil to reroll.
Okay. Sure.
I passed.
Okay.
Yeah, we passed.
Okay. So
I passed awesomely.
everyone is on. So this is like. Everyone's asleep at this point. No one from your group is specifically on watch during the rotation of people.
Only
that are on
towards
watch.
the end, like I said, we'll be the last one.
Yep,
then
the
I'll
last
wake
one's
all
on
up
watch.
and-
Yeah, because essentially you'll be ready to go in the morning.
Yeah.
But during the evening, while you're here, you're all awoken, almost at the same time, by a thudding, like a. And you all kind of come to consciousness. A very, very distant thudding. At first, maybe you think it's thunder off in the distance,
I
but
wouldn't. I would
it's
immediately go
calm.
explosions or gunfire. I'd say that out loud. Explosions or gunfire.
And kind of standing
What
up
direction is it coming from?
and looking out towards a very, very dark horizon, you can see small flashes of orange light.
Where? South, north, east, west?
Yeah.
Northeast.
So that'll
From
be
where the boat is.
Northeast. In the direction of where you have seen a small blip on the horizon.
Oh.
In the distance. And with that, we're going to be ending the chapter. Always with a
We can't just end
semblance
on
of mystery.
And then the night
No.
passes.
And then everyone
Join
lives
us next
happily
time
ever
on
after.
Zealand.
In the next episode, things might look different for us. In the next chapter, we might be with less people, depending on how things go next. But thank you all for joining me the same. I've been Rycon. This has been the team who have survived yet another chapter. Congratulations.
Cowboy, guys, cowboy.
Until next time, stay breathing.